What is going on? Welcome to this week's episode of the Second of Strength podcast. Wherever you are, I'm grateful you're here. Grateful you're spending your seconds with me today. And today we're going to have some fun because today we are going to change your mindset around you. And we're going to set you up, give you a couple little tips, a couple little habits that are going to help you become the person that you want to be and live your best life and be happier day in, day out, every minute of every day. Anyway, we're going to do that for you. If you haven't done so already, if you could go and leave a rating and review for the show. Thank you for those who rated the show this week. It really does help me because I want to help more people. I want to help more people in the world. So every time you rate this show, it's going to recommend it to more people. Every time you share the show, it's going to help more people. But today we're going to figure out and learn how to be our own biggest cheerleaders in our lives. And it's a very simple process, very simple in the mornings when you wake up or when you're getting ready for the day. And you know, what happened a few years ago is I was having kind of one of those days where you're a little bit down on yourself. I don't remember what the circumstances was, but I was struggling a little bit. And, you know, even the motivational speaker in me and anybody else you admire, everyone you look around, everybody has those days. Everybody has those moments. And so if you're having those days and you're having those moments, like, you're normal, we're normal, it happens. But it's really how we rise above it. And I remember looking in the mirror that morning and I gave myself a fist bump and it changed everything. And then subsequently, I think it was like maybe a couple of months later, maybe a year later, Mel Robbins released a book about giving yourself high fives. And so she did a lot of the research. I don't have to do any of the research, but I will tell you that this simple process does help. It does change everything. And so what I believe is that I think that sometimes in life, we wait for people to cheer us on, to give us that emotional support, to help us through those rough days. And I talk a lot about not relying on other people for our happiness, that it's really in our control. And so it's those moments when we're waiting for other people to lift us up that we kind of got to step back and go, wait a minute here. I am my own biggest cheerleader. I am the one who gets to cheer myself on no matter what's happening in my life, no matter what's going on, no matter how difficult, no matter how the struggles are, no matter what's going on, I get to be my own biggest cheerleader. And what happens is I think that sometimes we look in the mirror in the mornings and we use the mirror as a window of critique. We use the mirror as this window where we look at it and go, I've got zits on my, which I do have a zit on my face right now. Don't worry about it. But that's why I'm wearing a hat. I don't know. Not really. But I think we look in the mirror and we recognize or we look for all the things that are wrong with us, right? Either the clothes aren't right or our hair or our face or our makeup or our weight or whatever XYZ. We look at the mirror and it's used as a window of critique for us. That changes today because now when you look in the mirror, I want you to use it as a window of support for yourself, a window where you get to lift yourself up because something really cool happens in psychology where if you're walking down the street and you walk past somebody who smiles at you, there is an immediate and automatic response. You smile back. Well, why are we waiting for other people to lift us up when we can do it ourselves? And so there's a very simple process that you can do in the mornings when you're getting ready before you leave the house that will set you up and lift you up for your day, that will give you that emotional support like it was somebody else, but now you get to be your own cheerleader. So when you look in the mirror, I want you to look yourself right in the eyes. Yes, I know we struggle with eye contact as human beings, but I want you to look yourself right in the eye and I want you to repeat your mantras. I don't know what your mantras are, but this is your good time to write down those mantras, right? So those words of affirmations, those positive things. I am worthy. I am strong enough. I can do this. You are brave enough. I can do this, right? Whatever those are, you know, and you know, and I would tailor those to your day. I would tailor those to your life. I would tailor those, and there can be some big ones, some, you know, macro ones that are bigger for your life, or there's things that may be for the day. You know, what's interesting is when I go speak in schools, and if you don't know, I'm a motivational speaker. I go and speak in schools. You can go to my website, www.onesecondofstrength.com /speaking and figure out how to get me to your schools. But before I go on stage, every time I go into the bathroom, probably some nerves there, but I go into the bathroom and I look in the mirror and I raise my hands as high as possible, like in victory formation, you know, and I look myself in the mirror and I say, you got this. you can do this. You are inspirational. And I tell myself exactly what I need to be so that when I go out on that stage, I am that person. It's the exact same thing for you. So when you go in the mornings and you look at yourself in the mirror, not the critiques, nothing like that, you're going to say the words, the affirmations, the mantras that you are going to live that day. I am good enough. I am strong enough. I am brave enough. I can do this. Whatever it is, you get to pick them. So look yourself in the mirror and do those things. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to give yourself a fist bump, or Mel Robbins, a high five. I want you to physically touch your mirror with your hand and in support. Because what happens when you do that, you are giving yourself that vote of confidence, agreeing, and giving yourself that emotional, literal connective support in your brain that you can do those things. You know, there's a reason why when you watch sports, when you watch whatever it is, like anything in life, really, it doesn't matter if it's a sport or it's not, but there's a reason why people give each other high fives, right? You come out of the game, you go into the game, whatever it is, on stage, whatever. When you do that and someone gives you a high five, that is a vote of confidence. That is somebody saying, good job. That is somebody saying you did it. That is somebody say you're worth it. And it doesn't matter if it's, if something bad just happened or something good just happened, it's still the same high five, because it's either saying it's okay, you're going to be better next time, or it's saying, hey, you just did it. Good job. And so it's the very same thing. It's just going to do it yourself. So give yourself a high five, give yourself that fist bump, give yourself that vote of confidence, because you need it, because you are your own best cheerleader. You get to be that support in your life. We're not going to do negative self-talk. We're not going to beat ourselves up anymore. We're not going to start critiquing ourselves in the mirror. We are going to support ourselves. So positive mantras followed by a literal fist bump, a literal high five in the mirror, looking yourself in the eye, confirming what you just said to yourself. I am good enough. I can do this. And it will give you that vote of confidence, and it will boost your mood immediately. And then the last thing I want you to do, I want you to smile at yourself. Because it's true. When you walk down the street, somebody smiles at you, you smile back. When you smile at someone, they smile back. It releases that immediate emotional support in your mind and some people talk about, and I've said it before, that if you smile, you're frustrated, whatever, you're having a bad day, you smile walking down the street, it immediately releases those positive emotional feelings in your brain that give you that emotional support, because it tricks your brain into being happy. Your brain thinks that you're happy all of a sudden. And so you're going to do that in the mirror. No matter what's going on in your life, no matter how hard, no matter how difficult, you're going to smile at yourself in the mirror. And when you see yourself smile back, you are going to have all of those endorphins, all of those positive emotions that are going to make you feel good. And so when you've done these three things, you've told yourself positive mantras, you have given yourself the vote of confidence with a fist bump or a high five, and then lastly, you smile at yourself, you have set yourself up for so much success in the day that look out world. And that mirror that you've been critiquing yourself with, it's not a mirror of critique anymore. It's a mirror of support. It's a mirror of love. It's a mirror of positivity. It's a mirror that is going to help you become the best version of yourself, instead of a mirror that is critiquing yourself and pulling yourself down. Let's change the narrative in our lives with a very simple habit in the morning of looking ourselves in the mirror, saying good things, saying positive things, smiling at ourselves, giving ourselves that vote of confidence. And look, will it change your life? Yeah, actually it will. You may say, no, it's not. It's just a mirror, whatever. But the things we do pay dividends. The things we do are going to impact us long term. And so will it solve all the world's problems in one moment, in one day? No, it won't. But the more you do it, the more you give yourself that positive love, that positive self-talk, those vote of confidence, the more you are your own cheerleader in your life, then the more capable you will be to overcome the challenges you're facing in any given day, in any given moment. And it will set you up for so much success in your life that yeah, it will change your life. It will change you to help you become the person you want to become, to reach the goals you want to reach. And it doesn't mean there won't be setbacks. Doesn't mean there won't be difficult times. It doesn't mean there won't be challenges, but it does mean that you are in your own corner and you can overcome the things because you are your own cheerleader. So I hope this helps you today. Share this with someone. Share this with your teenagers. Share this with your friends. Share this with your entrepreneurs, whatever that word is, the mom bosses in your life. Share this with someone because I truly believe that somebody needs this message right now. Somebody is looking in the mirror and beating themselves up a little too much. And let's change that narrative. Let's change that narrative in your life. Let's change that narrative in my life. And let's change that narrative in the people's life who you love. And like I said, if you haven't done so, I really appreciate it if you go leave a rating and review wherever you're listening to this podcast. We're coming up on, I don't know, this is like episode 68, 69. And I hope we can help more people. So, and I'll leave you the same way I always leave you. And first of all, let me just say, I am so grateful for you. I think you're awesome. I think you have everything it takes to become the person you need to become, the person you want to become, to reach the goals that you want to reach. You have everything it takes to do that. And I truly believe it takes 1 second of strength multiple times in a day. Every time you're beating yourself up, every time you're struggling, it just takes that 1 second of strength to get back on track and tell yourself that you can do these things. So thank you, wherever you're at. I'll leave you the way I always leave you. Go find your 1 second of strength and be happy.